Welcome to sportsbookreview.com. I'm Flash and this is your Premier League show. I've got Matt and I've got Martin. Now, if you like this video, then please subscribe, press the button and ring the bell. You ring the bell means that we can notify you and you'll never miss any content again. And if you press the link in the description, that'll take you over to our football articles written by Martin, by Dave, by Alex, and there's other writers over there on other sports. Please give us a thumbs up. We've only got 2 shows to go. Next Thursday will be our last show. But hey, don't worry about that. 6 weeks rest and then we will be back and raring to go. It's been a great season and Liverpool deserved champions, Matt.
Yes, deserved champions. They've taken their foot off the pedal a little bit here after the restart, but they are deserved champions. They still have some records to be able to play for here in the next 2 weeks, and we've got some really interesting top 4 battles ahead of us right now.
Yeah, I mean, that's where the business end. I mean, listen, don't get me wrong. The relegation battles are crazy as well, Martin. But we've got to find the value, but we've also got to make sure that we sniff out who wants it and who's got the weapons to go and get it.
Yeah, there's so much still to play for in the top half of the table, which is a great situation to be in with just 2 rounds of fixtures left. I loved you saying there's only a 6-week gap until the season resumes again. I think the Scottish Premier League starting again any day now. So it just seems like we're going to have non-stop football for the next 2 years, which is a great situation for people like us that love watching it and betting on it and talking about it. So yeah, keep watching SBR for all this great content with Flash helming the project.
Yeah, and the big thing is, for me, is that the biggest percentage of viewers are the Americans. And absolutely love the fact that they're now getting in tune to the soccer, as they call it. But it is, listen, it's such a great standard. We have La Liga, Bundesliga, Serie A, and obviously the Premier League. And everyone in America, well, they have either Latin roots, Spanish, South American, or European. So it's actually in your DNA. Let's kick off, because I'm going to go with Matt straight away, because it's Norwich plus 250, draw plus 240, and Burnley at plus 130. I say that Burnley are far too strong and they don't get beat. Matt?
Yes, I mean, Norwich has lost the last, 9, and Burnley are undefeated in 13 of 14. I don't understand this price, really. I'm surprised that Burnley aren't minus 110 or minus 120 against Norwich, and this doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to me. And it's an auto bet. It's been an auto bet since the restart, fading Norwich, and it's Burnley here, plus 130. It's a fantastic price, and you can't really go any other way, in my opinion.
Don't complicate it, Martin. Let's get straight off to an away win at plus 130.
Yeah, it looks like a great price. Yeah, definitely. If you're doing a parlay, certainly do Burnley draw no bet. But for a straight bet, yeah, I think just go for it. You could even put a small stake on the draw at plus 240 to cover yourself. But I think Burnley should be strong enough just to win this game outright. Really, they've been in fantastic form in recent weeks. Norwich are going down with a whimper. Yeah, they seem to have down tools, not playing very well at all. It's been a pretty miserable season for their fans. So yeah, Burnley all the way for me.
Yeah, far too strong, far too professional, far too ruthless. And listen, they won't have their foot taken off the gas. I mean, the manager will be straight down on them. So for me, I'm not even sure both teams score in this game. Let's move on. Tough game this. I warned you about Southampton and Brighton the other night, but we did go with both teams to score. It's Bournemouth at plus 137, draw plus 275. Southampton, the mighty Saints, at plus 200, Martin. Southampton are looking decent. They're scoring every week. But with Bournemouth, Southampton, it's so close, and Bournemouth are desperate.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this game because this is a proper South Coast derby. You know, Southampton could earn bragging rights by being the team that relegate Bournemouth. I think both teams will be going for it. Obviously, Southampton don't really have the motivation, but like I just said, there's local pride at stake. And yeah, I think they've been playing very well in recent weeks. It's a long time since they suffered a heavy defeat. Danny Ings is among the goals. Been very impressed with them. I think they're playing with freedom. Obviously, we've seen a bit of fight from Bournemouth in recent weeks, which is good to see, but I think it's a case of too little too late for them. Had them to score against Man City and lose, and that came in, which was great to see. I'm not quite sure how this one's going to go on the outrights, but I'm looking at both teams to score and under 4.5 goals at odds of 2.1.
Okay, that's great odds. I mean, I could see this being a 2-2 draw, definitely. I've wrote it down here. Both teams to score. So, I mean, both teams to score and under 4.5 at 2.1. I mean, I just saw here, James Chan saying Bournemouth, Southampton, both teams to score. Question mark. Yep, definitely. Are you with us, Matt?
Yes, yep. 13 of the last 17 Southampton away matches have seen both teams to score. 8 of the last 10 Bournemouth matches have seen over 2.5 goals in it. And Bournemouth have given up at least 2 goals in 8 of 11. So for me here, it's don't complicate it. Both teams should find the back of the net, and it should push over 2.5 goals. I found that at minus 107. I think it's still a pretty good price.
Yeah, and the plus 110 of both teams to score and under 4.5. Let's move on. I like this game. Spurs plus 135, draw plus 250, and Leicester at plus 240. I think that Leicester are overpriced, Matt.
They might be, but Spurs are, it's pretty interesting. Where do you think that Spurs are right now since the Jose Mourinho takeover? They would actually be in 4th place, so they would be in a Champions League spot since Mourinho took over. They haven't been beat in 8 of 9 actually. Crazy. Here, and this Leicester side are just sorry. I mean, Soyuncu, Pereira, and Chilwell. I mean, it's going to be a real cause for concern here. I don't see Spurs getting beat. I really don't. I've got Spurs draw no bet. I hit it right when it came out. Minus 135. I don't see Mourinho getting beat here. This is probably one of the biggest matches between Rodgers and Mourinho since that 13-14 Liverpool-Chelsea debacle with the Gerrard slip. And I see Mourinho getting the better of Rodgers here a little bit, and I don't see Spurs losing this match.
Okay, I was the other side, Martin. I thought Leicester draw no bet, or you just go straight for the draw. I think that the one thing you're going to get with Leicester now is they've gone through that part of the season where they have been absolutely dreadful, and now they're looking like they're just starting to. I think it's the matchup, basically. They've got pace on the break. They can be quite dour. They'll take a point. I like the draw at plus 250, or I like Leicester draw no bet.
I'm staying neutral on the outrights. I'm not quite sure how this one's going to play out because they're just both sort of quite inconsistent teams for me. Appreciate that Tottenham haven't suffered a great deal of defeats apart from that Sheffield United game.
But they've been poor, haven't they? They've been poor.
It's the performance levels. Yeah, they were terrible against Arsenal, and they won. Fair play to them.
And Bournemouth.
They didn't put in a good
and
shift.
Sheffield United.
Yeah, it was smash and grab stuff against Newcastle as well. They didn't really have many chances, but that's the Mourinho way, isn't it? He's a master of getting results when they're not playing well. I don't see Leicester keeping a clean sheet in this game. I think Tottenham's main strength is in attack. Harry Kane's back among the goals. Son Heung-min's very dangerous. I see them scoring, but I can see Leicester getting on the score sheet as well. Since Vertonghen and Alderweireld sort of declined, I think they look a lot more vulnerable at the back. So I'm just going to stick with both teams to score 1.77.
1.77. Quite a few people might actually fancy the Alex Classic. Now, Brighton minus 105, draw plus 260, Newcastle plus 360. 3 different times. I'll come up with 3 different answers to this game, Matt.
Yes, I've gone for both teams to score in this one. For me, 9 consecutive home matches for Brighton. They've allowed a goal. Both teams to score has hit in 5 of the last 6 for Newcastle. And the last 5 matches for Newcastle have seen over 2.5 goals. As long as I'm seeing that creative front 3 with St. Maximum in it, and Neil Maupay for Brighton has been brilliant this season for me. I just think that this is a match where there's not really a whole lot at stake. I think that both teams will be able to play pretty freely, and I think that they both find the back of the net, and I found that price at minus 110.
Minus 110 is not bad. I fancy it could be the Alex Classic, but I also think that Newcastle are a massive price at plus 360 if we get a strong Newcastle lineup, Martin.
Yeah, I've enjoyed watching Newcastle in recent weeks. They were probably the worst team to watch before the break. They were very, very conservative in their approach. They just had a back five and two holding midfielders, and they kept it tight. They never really showed much ambition. Since they've come out, they've just decided to completely change tack and take the handbrake off, getting St Maximan on the ball, and they've just looked a lot more ambitious, a lot more attacking. Hasn't really worked out for them in recent weeks, to be fair. They've lost 3 on the bounce now and conceded 5 against Man City. So I'm a bit unsure about how this one's gonna play out. I like that idea of both teams to score. It seems like a pretty safe bet whenever Newcastle play right now. Brighton aren't quite as ambitious as that, but yeah, they have been among the goals recently, and they are playing more expansive football under Graham Potter this year. So I'm just looking, and you can get 1.95 on that. Yeah, you might have tempted me there, Matt. You might have tempted me.
The Newcastle double chance is at 1.91, and Harry Doherty is one of the shrewder ones in our chat. He says he's Newcastle double chance. Also, Steve08 said, when are these games? They're Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and I think the last one is next Wednesday, being Manchester United, West Ham. They're all spread out, and we will have our final Premier League show next Thursday at 3 o'clock Eastern Time. So, okay, I think that we know that we're going to see both teams to score. I like the boys in the chat that are saying Newcastle double chance at 1.91. I think that Newcastle may just be a bit strong, but I expect an open game. Now, Sheffield United, that plus 125, what a great season they've had. Draw plus 230, Everton plus 260. This is my banker. I'm not complicating it. Home win, Martin.
Yeah, I'm also going to go for the home win in this one. They were dreadful against Leicester last time out, but Chris Wilder read them the riot act clearly in the dressing room. He was really, really furious in the post-match conference. He didn't mince his words at all. He just said, we didn't deserve anything. We were hopeless. And I think you'll see a reaction from Sheffield United. They were in great form before that. They've beaten Chelsea 3-0. They've beaten Wolves. This is a team that's capable of big performances. And I haven't really seen much from Everton in recent weeks. They've been pretty dire, to be honest. I'm not sure if Ancelotti's really the right manager for them. They needed a late equaliser from Theo Walcott to scrape a draw against relegation-threatened Aston Villa last time out, which doesn't really give me too much confidence about them. 2.2 is a very good price on Sheffield United. If you're feeling more cautious, go for draw no bet, but I'm just going to stick my neck out and go for a Sheffield United win, just like you, Fash. 2.2.
Yeah, are you going to make it a full house, Matt?
Yes, definitely. Everton were so poor yesterday. I actually laid on, I backed them, and that was a terrible bet by myself. And so I'm going to go against that here, and I think that Sheffield are clearly on the bounce back here. They're just so much more structured right now. I think that Everton are just looking to, really cruise into next season, and that's what it seems like when you listen to some of Ancelotti's post-game comments. He's ready for this season to be over. He's ready to dip his toes into the transfer window and make some changes here. I also like the under 2.5 goals here. The price isn't very, very good. It's minus 150, minus 155, but 75% of Sheffield home matches this season have seen under 2.5 goals. It's a pretty good return on investment.
Okay, Jack Pancake's going, don't fall for Sheffield. Everton have the quality to bounce back. I haven't seen Everton's quality for probably the last 8 games, Jack. I just can't see it, to be honest. I think both teams to score, no, might be the way to go. But I think Sheffield United, listen, they're my bankers. And they're going to be going in because, remember, I need to give you 2 selections for our last SBR 6-match parlay. We gave 2 from La Liga this morning, 2 from Serie A yesterday. So far, we've gone 6-0, 4-2, 4-2. And it's been this Premier League that's basically let us down. So let's see if we can get it right and bring parity back with Serie A and La Liga, who have been absolutely brilliant. I'm going to go to this next game, and it's Wolves minus 200, draw 330, and Crystal Palace at plus 700. Martin, Crystal Palace normally do me a favour at this time of year, and at plus 700, I'm happy to go with double chance because this is the type of game where they're just going to be stubborn, and I think that Wolves will falter. So I'm going Palace double chance.
Interesting. Yeah, this is a difficult one. I watched that game last night, and actually Palace were unlucky not to get something out of that game. I know Man United weren't as clinical as they have been in recent weeks, but we were talking earlier about the Jordan Ayew goal that was disallowed.
Disgrace.
Yeah, I think they can count themselves hard done by, really. But then again, at this time of season, I start looking at teams' levels of motivation. Not really a great deal for Crystal Palace to play for, and I think that's been their undoing in recent weeks, whereas Wolves still fighting for that European place. They have been pretty good at Molineux this season. I think they might just have enough about them to get this one done. But then again, it's not great price. I put down Wolves and under 4.5 goals. It's only 1.67. It's not huge odds. So maybe that's not my favourite pick of the round of fixtures.
Martin, do you see both teams scoring?
Not necessarily. I mean, they huff and puff quite a lot, Crystal Palace, but there's often a lack of end product. I know Ayew's a bit more about him than Benteke, but yeah, I don't see. I know Zaha looks very dangerous, but often the final ball's lacking. I think it's a bit of a risky. I definitely see Wolves getting on the score sheet. Bit risky on the Crystal Palace front.
Okay, we've got Baz saying Ayew was offside. I don't see where the controversy is. I'd say the controversy is they stop the VAR just after the ball has left the boot. So if you're this much offside, but they stopped the ball this much after the boot, when the pass was actually made, he was probably level. Level is onside, and also we had both teams to score an over in the Palace Man United, so we're talking through our pocket, Baz. But listen, that's why we love football. Wolves draw half-time for you, Matt?
How'd you know?
It's just got to be done. It's copy and
yeah,
paste.
I mean, it's one of those. The last time I was on the show, I think it got beat. In the 43rd minute, I believe Jimenez scored. But still, I went back to the well again this past week and won. It's been, I believe it's 10 out of 15 halftime draws for Wolves. I mean, look, this price is all based on motivation, I think. I don't understand why Wolves are laying over 200. I think that Palace I think that they can really surprise here. It was heartbreaking for Wolves, to allow that goal so late on and really crush their Champions League hopes and dreams. But for me here, it's just a bet. It's an auto bet. It's something that I really don't even spend much time on. It's just Wolves halftime draw. 2.2 is what I found.
Okay, 2.2 on what? Palace? Double chance?
On halftime draw, Wolves.
Oh,
I have
halftime
nothing
to
on the
2.2.
outrights in this game. I don't really want to lay 200 with Wolves.
No.
I think that Wolves and under 4.5 should probably get the job done, but I just am going to continue on. Maybe Wolves halftime draw and then Wolves full-time win.
It's amazing how we forget that Palace go to Main Road and win. They go to Old Trafford, say Main Road. What are they? They keep changing that name of Man City's ground there. Is it still the City of Manchester Stadium, or is it now what is it, Mark?
The Etihad. The Etihad.
Oh, it's the Etihad. Okay.
Yeah, owned by the Abu Dhabi. Massive.
Yeah, of course. Of course. Okay, well, I'm going Palace double chance anyway. I think it's massive value at plus 700. Let's talk to me next Thursday. Now, Watford plus 1100, draw plus 550. Man City minus 350. We had Man City minus 2 against Bournemouth. They go 2-0 up. You think they're going to cruise. I just can't work it out. Is this a game where there's no value, Matt?
There's not a ton. There's very little value on Manchester City matches, but Watford's defense is so bad. I was kind of looking last night at some of my power rankings that I'm getting ready to kind of come out with for next season. And Watford, for me, when you're not really looking at the teams that are going to be promoted, I think that they're clearly 17th right now, and it shows in the table as well. I mean, their back four is so bad. I could see Man City doing a number here on them. I was looking at trying to find a way to back Watford to score here. I can't do it. The last 2 matches between these two, 14-0 for Man City. This could get ugly, but it's a pass for right now. Maybe include them in a parlay.
Wow, Watford needs something, Martin. I've got to go with my mate Nigel Pearson to pull something out the bag. So the only way I can do that is it's under 2.5 goals.
Really? Wow. Under 2.5 goals is a pretty brave bet there,
Yeah.
Flash, when it's Man City
No,
playing. You never
exactly.
quite know what you're going to get from them. Sometimes they go all guns blazing and thrash teams 5-0. They're a bit inconsistent. Honestly, I do really think it's difficult to call this one before we see what happens in the West Ham Watford game tonight. I mean, if Watford win it, they'll be 6 points clear of Bournemouth and they'll pretty much be safe.
Yeah.
If they lose, then they'll really, really be fighting for their lives, and I think that will affect it. So for now, I think I'll have to pass this game.
Okay, no worries at all. I just think that Watford's game plan will be get up tight, don't give them space, don't let them get turned on you, and stop balls coming into the box. I think it'll be dour. So, I mean, listen, maybe under 3.5 goals you might still get a bit of value. Now, Aston Villa at plus 275, draw plus 300, Arsenal at plus 100, Martin. Are we going to look back on this next week and go Arsenal at plus 100 against a team that have been relegated, who can't keep clean sheets? Is it just let's not complicate it, let's go for the Arsenal win? Or does a dodgy Arsenal turn up?
Oh, I think it's banker for me. Yeah, plus 100 on Arsenal. It's a fantastic price. We just beat Liverpool 2-1.
You got absolutely battered, Martin. Yeah, I thought you was going to be 5 down after about half an hour.
So did I. When that first goal went in, I was watching it with my mate over the Skype. I said, we're going to lose this 5-0. But fortunately, I think Van Dijk made the only error he's made in his career, and so did Alisson on the same night. So we got very, very lucky there. But I suppose maybe they're a good price because Arsenal play Man City in the Cup before this, and they're thinking that Arsenal might be tired from that game. But yeah, I just think Aston Villa have been so desperately poor. They haven't really got the firepower to exploit Arsenal's defensive weaknesses. They may well get on the score sheet, but they're not great at the back. Arsenal have got plenty of dangerous players in attack. I think they get the job done in this one. It does look like a very, very good price when you look at their respective positions in the league. Even when you take emotions out of it, have to go for Arsenal at that price.
Yeah, I think you do. It's just one of those where I think Villa are going to overcommit and they're going to get hit by the pace of maybe Lacazette, Aubameyang. So for me, I'm going to go with Arsenal plus 100. Matt, do you like Arsenal here, or have you come up with something else?
This is a tough one. I like Arsenal. They should win here. I've gone with the Alex Classic. I think that Villa do find the back of the net here and make this somewhat competitive. I found that at minus 105. Not a horrible price, really. The reverse fixture saw 3-2. So I just think that maybe Villa's midfield can cause Arsenal some kind of problems here, and they can find the back of the net going up against the Mustafis and the Luizes of the world. But I don't hate Arsenal. Maybe both teams to score in Arsenal to win to get some serious value. I don't mind that at all. I think Arsenal are the ones that win this match.
Yeah, it is going to be. I think this is going to be a really, really good game to watch because Villa are going to be absolutely desperado. Listen, there's 109 of you watching. We really appreciate your support throughout the season. But can you just press the thumbs up on the way out, or just do it now? Just so do the boys. And obviously we've had a big team of guests this year, and there'll be a big team of guests going forward next year, I hope. Okay, so we're looking at Arsenal, both teams to score. Alex Classic, anything but a Villa win. Now, last game, Man United minus 350, draw plus 550, and West Ham at plus 1100. Find me the value, Matt.
There's not a ton. West Ham did win the reverse fixture 2-0. I kind of think that West Ham can find the back of the net here, even though the United have been keeping clean sheets. Who have they really been keeping clean sheets against, though? It hasn't been it's been a very easy schedule for United after the restart. One of the more easier ones in the league. And I think that West Ham, this again kind of does depend on what happens here today. I think that this is something that you wait on. You gauge West Ham today against Watford. But I do think that West Ham can find the back of the net. It's minus 115 on both teams to score here. I do think United do get the job done, though. And I think that United make top four. And I actually think United finish third, unfortunately.
Hey, listen, we like that. I like the fact that they're doing it and their defence is absolute nonsense. Martin, Man United half-time, full-time, is that in your repertoire?
Yeah, maybe. pretty good game for Harry Maguire last night, Flash. I thought he looked pretty composed, pretty solid throughout proceedings.
Who's he marking? Who's he marking? He marks
the mighty Jordan Button.
Exactly. He's like 5'8". Also, he marks space. Did he get lambasted for his performance against Southampton in the 2-2 draw? Oh, by the way, did we not say that Southampton and Man United would be the Alex Classic as well? And they let in 2 goals at home. Very, very poor at the back. Go on, Mark.
We did. Yeah, but I do just think West Ham have got a shocking defence. They're poor at the back. Again, yeah, you probably do want to wait and see what's happening tonight in the Watford game. But they just ship goals, and that's dangerous against the team that are playing as well as Man United. Solskjaer, after the match, said, I've got these great strikers, but they weren't clinical enough in that game. He's putting the challenge to them. There is competition for places in that side, and Bruno Fernandes didn't get on the score sheet. I know he teed one up, but he hit the post as well. But it's time for him to get back among the goals. A lot of competition among that front three and players coming into the side. I think they can beat West Ham pretty comfortably here. I was looking at Man United to win and over 2.5 goals at 1.75. Might drift out a bit.
1.75. Okay, yeah, I mean, I like that. That's the first thing that Jack Pancake said in here that I've actually agreed with. United and over 2.5. Me agreeing with Jack Pancake. The world's going mad, but at least it's in week 37 and I've only got another week to put up with it. Harry Doherty, yeah, we're all on fire, I think. Clayton, PJ Simpson, Jay Chan, Albury, Brand, Baz. Listen, I tell you what, 104 watching on week 37, 53 thumbs up. Absolutely love it. Matt, give me a little rundown. Parlay if you've got one, which I'll doubt on this card, and a banker, please.
Let's not forget about Liverpool-Chelsea, right? Or are we doing that next week?
No, you can do Liverpool-Chelsea if you want. We just didn't get it on the graphics. Liverpool-Chelsea. Go on, okay. Then.
Yeah, Liverpool-Chelsea. I think that, look, Liverpool still have a couple of records to play for. One of them is home victories. They can tie the all-time lead here. And let's be real. I mean, they did look good against Arsenal in the opening 20, and then some calamities at the back happen that rarely do happen for them. It's a tough one. I mean, but Chelsea haven't looked good either. Like, I really leaned with Norwich there against Chelsea at plus 2.5 goals, and that one was an easy one. I just don't really like what I'm seeing from Chelsea. I think that Liverpool at a plus 100 even money, I think it looks pretty good. I couldn't talk anyone off the classic as well. I mean, I think that Chelsea could probably find the back of the net here too, but it's really a pass. But I do have Liverpool in a parlay that I'll get to here. I've got a nice parlay for us at the end.
Liverpool versus Chelsea. Martin, what do you fancy?
It's a difficult one, this, because you don't really know what Liverpool you're going to get. Obviously, if this was earlier in the season, you'd be all over Liverpool. They just seem to bit of a motivation issue in recent weeks. Schoolboy errors against Arsenal, which is the last thing you associate with this side, just puts me off back in Liverpool, really. Yeah, probably both teams to score for me, about 1.7, something like that. I see them both getting on the score sheet in this one. Yeah, maybe push it to both teams scoring over 2.5 goals if you feel that way inclined. Just think this could be maybe a 1-1 draw. Chelsea have got a lot more to play for than Liverpool, so they'll really be going for it. And we do know that they've got some very good players, so I think they'll be dangerous in this one.
Okay, just say on the FA Cup, they're asking about Man City and Arsenal and that. Just do Man City to win the FA Cup. Just do Man City to win it. Don't worry about the game. Just do the futures. Now, Matt, give me a rundown, please. Parlay, doubt it. Banker, defo.
Okay. Burnley to beat Norwich at plus 130. Southampton, Bournemouth, Alex Classic, minus 107. Spurs, draw no bet, minus 135 against Leicester. Newcastle, Brighton, both teams to score, minus 110. Sheffield, plus 125. Villa, Arsenal, Alex Classic, minus 108. And Wolves, first half draw, plus 120. My banker, you might not like this, but my banker is Spurs, draw no bet. I think that they do at least at the worst draw in that match. I think that they're better than Leicester. And I've got a fun little parlay here, a 5-teamer. I've gone for Liverpool, draw no bet against Chelsea. United full time against West Ham, Tottenham draw no bet, Burnley draw no bet, Man City full time plus 530.
With all them draw no bets, you're going to end up with a single.
It's possible, but as long as it profits, that's all I care about.
No, exactly. And I've got Harry Doherty saying Man City are 8-13 to win. Yeah, it's a winner, Harry. Mark my words, it's a winner. Martin, give me your rundown, please. A parlay and a banker.
Yeah, I'm also a big fan of putting draw no bet in parlays, actually. I think it's a good strategy.
It is a good strategy.
I'm going to go for Burnley at 2.3 against Norwich. I might actually just put a very small stake on the draw at 3.4 just to cover myself, but I do fancy Burnley to win that one. Both teams to score an under 4.5 goals. Bournemouth versus Southampton at 2.1. Both teams to score Tottenham v Leicester 1.77. Sheffield United to beat Everton 2.2. Wolves and under 4.5 goals at 1.67, 1.7 against Crystal Palace. Going off that one a bit, to be honest. Arsenal to beat Aston Villa, even money, plus 100. Man United to beat West Ham and over 2.5 goals at 1.75. I'm hoping those odds drift out a little bit. Not sure about Liverpool versus Chelsea. Maybe that bet again, both teams to score an under 4.5 goals. Maybe see what sort of team Liverpool put out. But yeah, banker has to be Arsenal, 2.0.
Yeah, and I'm going to put that into the SBR 6-match parlay. Arsenal to win away at plus 100 away at Villa. Now, we're going to put this because it's democratic. We're going to either go Man United to win an over 2.5 at 1.75, or we're going Sheffield United to win. What do you want, Matt?
What was the first one? I'm sorry.
Man United to win an over 2.5 goals, or Sheffield United.
I like that. I think that's a pretty good one. I think that West Ham could find the back of the net. I think United score, though, and easily, 2-1.
So you prefer that over Sheffield United to win?
Sheffield's your banker.
Well, that's what I'm asking. I'm giving everyone else a chance so I can blame them if it loses. Martin, I've already got your Arsenal banker, but do you prefer Sheffield United or do you prefer Man United?
I think I prefer the Man United one for a parlay. It's lower odds, it's 1.73. Sheffield United, I do think they'll win, but I think it's a slightly riskier bet. I think maybe my favourite one would probably be Sheffield United draw no bet. Would be a good one for the parlay. Sheffield United draw no bet looks great to me.
And what price is that, though? Is that better than the 1.75?
I don't know. I'll have a look.
Tidy. Listen, while he's looking, listen, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Last 37 weeks have been fun. We've got one more week to go. So please subscribe and press the button, ring the bell. Ring the bell means that we will notify you. You'll never miss any content again. If you press the link in the description, then that will take you over to the articles from Alex, from Dave, from Martin, all of our soccer leagues. And also, there'll be other writers from other sports. Please put the thumbs up. Show your recognition to the boys, your appreciation, our appreciation to you. We would be pressing that button for you as well because you are our third guest. Martin, what price you got?
It's only 1.55.
Yeah, forget it. Okay, we're going with Man United and over 2.5 at 1.73 and Arsenal to win at plus 100. Thanks, Matt. Thanks, Martin. Thanks to everyone in the chat. We'll see you again next Thursday. Have a great weekend. You can find us on Twitter at SBR Sports Picks and we'll see you again soon. You take care.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for watching.